Hey, this is Mark Schwartzman, MTC Media. This is going to be a sports slash non-sports message, but I remember when I was a kid, it's a school day, cold January. My parents were getting to go somewhere, all my uncles and my aunts, and my grandmother was over at the house. And they were heading to D.C. because there was a big rally to make Martin Luther King's birthday a federal holiday. Of course, as kids, you ask if you can go, and obviously they say no. You're going to school. And as time went on, um, the day became a federal holiday, and then some states adopted it. I remember when Arizona fought it and didn't want to adopt it and lost Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. So today, um, on the observation of MLK's birthday, and you always hear the song if you're listening to some of the local radio stations here in DC, sing Celebrate. And so, as usual, I had a game to cover, and so I covered George Washington and George Mason. And as I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the guys warm up and I'm reading various things, I started thinking to myself, how has this day changed since my parents and my family thought it was so important to go down to DC for the observation and to push for Martin Luther King to be celebrated for the things he had done. And I thought to myself, man, it's changed a lot. It's a federal holiday, so a lot of people get days off. You'll have the obligatory, let's cherry pick some of his quotes and then put our own spin on it when we don't use it in the context it was used. There are t-shirts. George Washington's basketball team was wearing t-shirts with Martin Luther King's face on it. There's t-shirts, there's slogans, there's misusage of quotes. There's all of this. And that's just to say, for something that used to have so much meaning, it means almost nothing now. It's a day where the NBA will come out. They'll play a bunch of games during the day. They'll run a lot of commercials. Everyone will wear commemorative T-shirts. And though I will say there are probably people in that arena, there are probably people who are wearing those T-shirts that this means a lot to them. But for the most part, it has become something that has happened to almost every holiday in the United States. It's a day off. And no matter what the original meaning was supposed to be, no matter what the message was supposed to be, it's day off. And it is a way for people to take his statements and tell people what they mean when they know that they are grossly lying and they're grossly not putting it in context. And you even have politicians that will tell his kids, no, that's not what your dad meant. This is what your dad meant. I think they know what their dad meant. Stop it. It's just gross. And just like a lot of things, people have just taken what was supposed to be a cause for everyone and has turned it into a cause for their specific agenda. And it's sad to see, especially for those my age who remember when getting this day was so damn important.